Have you ever wondered how many geniuses have existed throughout history without the world ever knowing their names? Not because they lacked intelligence, not because they lacked creativity, but because they never had the opportunity to prove what they were capable of. Imagine a young man born in a small village 200 years ago. He has brilliant ideas for machines that could transform farming forever, but he cannot build them. There are no engineers around him. There are no investors, no universities, no factories. His ideas remain trapped inside his own mind. Eventually, he dies. The world never discovers what he could have become. Not because he wasn't talented, but because he never had the chance. Now imagine a young woman born 100 years ago. She dreams of becoming a filmmaker. She writes incredible stories. Every scene already exists inside her imagination. But cameras are expensive. Editing requires an entire studio. Finding actors, producers, and distributors is almost impossible. Her stories never leave the notebook beneath her bed. History is filled with people like them. People we never heard about. People who were never given the opportunity to show the world what they could do. And here's something fascinating. When we look back at history, we often assume humanity simply became smarter over time. But that's probably not true. The average human brain today is remarkably similar to the human brain from centuries ago. The difference isn't intelligence. The difference is opportunity. For most of history, turning an idea into reality was incredibly expensive. Not only in money, but in knowledge, connections, equipment, and time. An inventor needed skilled craftsmen. A writer needed a publisher. A musician needed a recording studio. A filmmaker needed millions of dollars. Even brilliant scientists often depended on wealthy patrons just to continue their work. Without support, many extraordinary ideas disappeared before they ever had a chance to exist. History remembers the people who overcame those barriers, but it rarely remembers the millions who couldn't. And that's why history can be so misleading. It shows us the winners, but it hides everyone else. The greatest loss in human history may not be the inventions we know. It may be the inventions that were never created. The books that were never written. The music that was never composed. The medicines that were never discovered. The companies that were never founded. Not because people lacked talent, but because the cost of creation was simply too high. Today, for the first time in history, that cost is beginning to collapse. Many people believe artificial intelligence is replacing humans. But what if we're asking the wrong question? What if AI isn't replacing human intelligence at all? What if it's finally revealing the intelligence that has always been there? Because the real story of AI may not be about machines becoming more capable. It may be about millions of ordinary people finally getting the opportunity to show what they can do. And if that's true, then the future isn't just about smarter technology. It's about discovering extraordinary humans who have been invisible all along. Throughout history, success wasn't determined only by intelligence. It was often determined by access. Access to education, access to tools, access to money, and perhaps most importantly, access to the right people. A brilliant inventor without skilled craftsmen could never build a prototype. A gifted writer without a publisher might never reach a single reader. Even the greatest ideas could disappear quietly if no one had the resources to bring them to life. For centuries, creating something meaningful required an entire ecosystem. You needed experts, expensive equipment, years of training, and often a great deal of luck. The cost of turning imagination into reality was simply too high for most people. That's why history remembers only a small number of extraordinary individuals, while millions of equally talented people remained completely invisible. Today, something remarkable is happening. For the first time in history, the cost of creation is falling at an extraordinary speed. A single person can now write a book, design a product, edit a film, compose music, build software, or launch a business with tools that would have required an entire team just a few years ago. AI isn't doing the dreaming. It's removing many of the barriers that once stood between an idea and reality. Think about what that really means. Imagine someone with incredible ideas, but no programming skills. Years ago, those ideas might have stayed inside a notebook forever. Today, AI can help transform those ideas into working software. The same is true for someone who has stories to tell, but can't draw, compose music, or edit videos. The creative vision was always there. AI simply makes it possible to express that vision. This is why I believe we are asking the wrong question when we ask whether AI will replace humans. A more interesting question is this: how many remarkable people have we never met because they never had the opportunity to show us what they could do? If AI lowers the barriers to creation, then perhaps we're about to discover millions of people whose potential has been hidden all along. History has always celebrated the people who changed the world. We remember the inventors, the scientists, the artists, and the entrepreneurs whose names appear in textbooks. But history rarely tells us about the people who came close. The people with brilliant ideas who simply ran out of time, money, opportunity, or support. We admire the stars that shine the brightest, yet we almost never think about the countless stars that never had the chance to rise. Perhaps the greatest tragedy in human history isn't the wars we fought or the civilizations we lost. Perhaps it's the millions of ideas that never became reality, the medicines that were never discovered, the businesses that were never started, the novels that were never written, the songs that were never heard. Not because people lacked talent, but because the barriers between imagination and creation were simply too high. Artificial intelligence is beginning to change that equation. It cannot replace curiosity. It cannot replace empathy. It cannot replace wisdom or imagination. Those qualities still belong to human beings. But AI can dramatically reduce the distance between an idea and its first step into reality. It allows more people to experiment, create, fail, improve, and try again at a speed that was almost impossible only a few years ago. Imagine what happens when millions of people around the world suddenly gain access to tools that once belonged only to large companies or highly specialized experts. A teenager in a small town can build software. A teacher can create educational content for millions. A designer can launch a global business from a laptop. A musician can produce an entire album from a bedroom. The technology is impressive, but the people behind it are the real story. This is why I don't believe the AI revolution is fundamentally about machines becoming more capable. I believe it's about people becoming more visible. For generations, human potential has been limited by the cost of creation. As those costs continue to fall, the world may begin to discover that extraordinary talent has never been rare. It has simply been hidden. The next great inventor may never attend a famous university. The next groundbreaking scientist may come from a place we've never heard of. The next influential filmmaker, entrepreneur, or composer may already be alive today, waiting for the moment when technology finally removes the barriers that once held them back. AI doesn't decide who has talent. It simply gives more people the opportunity to prove that they do. Maybe that's the future we're actually moving toward. Not a world where humans become less important, but a world where more humans finally have the chance to matter. A future where opportunity becomes more evenly distributed than at any other time in history. And if that happens, the greatest breakthrough of artificial intelligence won't be that it became smarter than us. It will be that it helped us discover how extraordinary humanity has been all along. Maybe years from now, people won't remember this period as the moment artificial intelligence became powerful. Maybe they'll remember it as the moment human potential became visible. A time when millions of people finally had the opportunity to build what they had only imagined before. Technology has always changed the tools we use, but every once in a while, it changes who gets the chance to create. The printing press gave more people a voice. The internet gave more people access to knowledge. Perhaps artificial intelligence will give more people the ability to turn their ideas into reality. If that's true, then the future won't be defined by the machines we build. It will be defined by the people who finally have the opportunity to use them. Because the value of any technology has never been measured by what it can do alone. It has always been measured by what it allows people to become. Somewhere in the world, someone is carrying an idea that could improve millions of lives. Someone else has a story that could inspire an entire generation. Another person may already have the solution to a problem we've struggled with for decades. The question is no longer whether those people exist. The question is whether they finally have the opportunity to be seen. Maybe the greatest invention of artificial intelligence won't be artificial intelligence itself. Maybe it will be the moment humanity discovers how much potential has been quietly waiting beneath the surface all along. And perhaps the future has never been about creating more intelligent machines, Perhaps it has always been about giving more human beings the chance to show how extraordinary they truly are.